Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. Reiki with Anna. For today's video, we are going to be dedicating this session to the sacral chakra, the Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra. The sacral chakra is located 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button. It's associated with the color orange. The element associated with the sacral chakra is water. The sacral chakra is our joy center. It is our creativity center. It is our emotional center. It is our sensuality center. One of the reasons I wanted to wear this sweater, I thought it was perfect for the sacral chakra because it's big and cozy, very soft, very tactile, and it's orange. So tapping into the senses, sensuality, it's so important for us to connect with our senses. I might be preaching to the choir here because ASMR, I feel, is very much about connecting with our senses, our auditory senses. You know, you can get tingles from visual triggers, hand movements, nostalgic tingles, things that remind you of childhood or something like that. So I think it's a really important topic, speaking on the sacral chakra. There's a lot to cover. So let's dive right in, and I will light a little bit of incense here. So on behalf of your wisest, highest, most empowered and aligned selves in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for balancing and aligning our sacral chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. I love how that sounds. Svadhisthana chakra. Svadhisthana chakra. For soothing what needs to be soothed, for activating what needs to be activated, to invite harmony into our Svadhisthana chakra. I will now be drawing the sacred Reiki symbols about a foot from your sacral chakra. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Anshatse shonen. Anshatse shonen. Anshatse shonen. Taikomi, taikomi, taikomi. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Okay. Now I'm going to run through your energy field and use this smoke to clear anything that's not in service of that intention. I love to begin by clearing so that we can then start with a clean slate and have agency over what we choose to fill our space with here. Okay. Svadhisthana chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, sacral chakra. It's the center for reproduction. So if there's any reproductive issues that you are experiencing, we're sending supportive healing energy to the sacral here. Okay. I have some new jewelry. These earrings and this necklace were a gift, and I was so excited to share them with you for a session because they're just for me, so tingly, and it'd be great for our sacral chakra work here. So I'd like to begin with a few stones. Probably the most common stone that I use for the sacral chakra is this carnelian, any carnelian. These are both carnelian here. Another piece or two. I love using this one. It's so beautiful and it has such a nurturing quality to it, this stone. It's almost, I hope this doesn't seem weird, but it feels womb-like. You can sort of see inside, and there's just something very nurturing about this stone. If I'm going through my moon cycle, or if I'm feeling a little blocked in terms of creativity, or if I'm feeling like I'm going through a lot of intense emotions and I need to provide some nurturing, supportive energy, I will usually sit with this stone in the palms of my hands, or I'll place it on my sacral and just either meditate or do some self-Reiki. Carnelian is a great stone. So I want to run this through your energy fields very gently, just soothing and comforting, nurturing, and just kind of chat with you a little bit about some blockages or indications of imbalances in the sacral. As we do this, if you feel called to and open to it, now would be a nice time to sort of really kind of settle in. Maybe take a few deep, rejuvenating breaths. And if you're able to, and if it's comfortable for you, breathe down into the belly, into the sacral chakra, even if you're just imagining it. Really try to send your attention to this area. So, as with all of our chakras, with the sacral chakra, it can be overactive or underactive. And as a Reiki practitioner, we are taught to sense the energy in these different energy points, energy wheels, and see what's going on there. If the sacral is underactive, then it can mean that we're possibly feeling creatively blocked, creatively stinted. There could be a block between our creativity and our expression. The throat chakra is associated with expression, with the expression of that creativity, so that connection could be blocked. It could mean that we are having some reproductive issues. It could mean that we're feeling disconnected from our emotions. Could mean that we're feeling disconnected from our partner or others around us with whom we have an intimate relationship. You know, that could be just someone that you're a dear friend that you're very close with. But where emotions are very present. And I'm going to grab another stone here as well. Wanted to invite in this orange calcite. Such a lovely stone. It feels so like a candy, hard candy. Really, really, calcites are so tactile, like polished stones. Just wanted to invite in all of the yummy, tactile kind of stones and textures and things. So this orange calcite here as well. You could potentially feel disconnected from your sexuality, distant from your romantic partner. So shame could live here too. There could be a sense of shame, which is just so poisonous, isn't it? Can cause us to do all kinds of things that we wouldn't do if we were in a more aligned and loving place, giving ourselves some affection, you know, like personal, deep affection for self. So I hope none of this is triggering for you. If it is, please, you know yourself best. Only, you know, to turn it off if you feel called, okay? I only want these videos to be empowering, so if they're not empowering at all, please find something that is. You don't deserve to feel bad. This is your time to feel good and heal and all of that. So. Okay. Now, an overactive sacral can look like sort of a little bit of maybe disassociation, caught up in our creativity, you know, over indulging in fantasy, maybe obsessive thoughts of sexuality. Anyone who is a sex addict, the sacral chakra would probably be one that you would really want to focus on if you're in the process of healing. I hope that you're healing yourself. Okay. So, an overactive sacral can look like just a very active libido. It can be sort of disconnecting from your partner in another way, where you just sort of are having trouble being present. You know, it's funny as you kind of go along the spectrum of looking at overactive and underactive chakras, there's a certain point where they almost meet. They come all the way on the opposite sides and they almost meet each other again. From my experience, you know. So we really want to just activate any underactive sacral chakras out there, Svadhisthana chakras, and soothe or calm, nurture any overactive sacral chakras, so that we have a healthy sense of creativity. We can tap into our creativity. We can tap into the expression of our creativity. We can have a healthy sex life where we're present, where we're not objectifying. Where we can have a healthy connection to those around us, healthy connection to our emotions. Overactive sacral can show up in sort of erratic behavior, kind of over the top emotions, really feeling tethered to our emotions, that we're sort of riding the wave of our emotions, feeling overwhelmed by your emotions. Underactive can, as I said, be a feeling of disconnection from our emotions, difficulty identifying our emotions. And we just want to invite in some balance here. Sexuality is such a tricky topic to discuss with so many people, especially in a whispered or soft-spoken voice. I'm just very aware of that, and that this format that we use here for ASMR, and the way that I like to do my videos to promote relaxation and calm, and a sense of intimacy in the same way that you would receive if you're having a Reiki session in person, where it just feels like we're very in tune with one another, we're very connected, it's very intimate. And so it can blur the lines or get a little confusing, I think, when you start introducing the idea of sexuality. So I've been a little reticent to record this video, if I'm being honest. But you know, it's all part of a healthy, balanced, life, a healthy, balanced energy body. And so it's very important, I think. Okay. Let's invite in some more stones here. Okay. So now I have this sunstone, great stone for the sacral chakra. Has some black speckles and some orange sparkles. It's such a cool, joyful stone. It's great for independence. Some issues that can come up in the sacral chakra are codependent issues, or strong dependency issues, whether yourself or someone being dependent upon you. Often addictive behaviors, not just sex addiction, but drug addictions, alcoholism, food addictions, disordered eating can reside in the sacral chakra. Again, if this is triggering for any of you, please, 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 I just want you to take care of yourself, okay? But I believe we can all heal. We can all heal. There's so much pain and there's so much suffering, but I believe that we can all heal. So I like to just send this nurturing energy to that area, to that space. If you're feeling like you might be taking on a leadership role, particularly in an area of creativity, artistic director of something or something like that, I think sunstone is a great one if you wanted to carry sunstone and carnelian. A lot of artists use carnelian. A lot of singers carry carnelian when they're performing. So I'll take the little carnelian now, and we'll combine these and run these through your etheric fields. The 6-petaled lotus is associated with the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. I can't stop saying it. If you wanted to drink a little bit more water, maybe do a little ritual bath, eat an orange while you're in the shower. Might sound weird, but tapping into a few different elements there. Just some little things that you might do if you're called to, just to support this area. Even if you don't necessarily identify as a creative person, or even if you're not necessarily an artist or something like that, we're all creative. We can all benefit from creativity in some way or another. And we all engage in some form of creativity, creating something. So if you feel blockage here, or if you're feeling disconnected from any of the things we sort of spoke about, maybe just taking some time to engage in some healthy creativity, whether that's drawing, writing, doodling little mandalas, whether it's building a sandcastle, if you're able to go out to a beach, lockdown and all things considered, be safe and healthy first and follow the guidelines of wherever you live. Taking time to maybe connect with a child, like if that means your niece or nephew or your own child, or if you are with child, taking some time to just sit and in whatever way you want or feel called to connect with that child. Just to invite in some playful energy there. I was reading, or maybe I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about interviewing children and writing down. So cute. I was thinking about questions you could ask a 3-year-old. What's your favorite part of your face? Anyway, just inviting in, like caring and for and nurturing your emotional center, treating yourself like you are a child, inviting in that deep sense of care and nurturing that you would bestow upon a child. Gentle, tender, loving, caring energy. And for this chakra, moving through emotions is very uncomfortable, painful, traumatic. It's very, very painful. But I think it can be so beneficial. We can learn so much if we're able to observe our emotions, sit with them like a friend, hear what they might have to say. We don't have to believe everything we think, and we don't have to believe everything that we feel, but we can, I think, learn from what we're feeling, that gut reaction to something. We can just sit with that. Doesn't mean that we have to act on it, but it's there as available information, and if we want to parse through it and see what it might have to teach us, I think we can learn so much. Just knowing that decisive, conscious action is more important than acting on our emotions for the sake of it. I hope you know what I mean. Okay. So now I'm going to draw the symbols in the palms of my hands, and I'm going to place my hands on your sacral chakra with all the respect in the world for your comfort and boundaries. If we were doing an in-person session together, we would talk beforehand about your level of comfort touching, or whether you'd prefer me to hover my hands above certain chakras, just so that you know that. But for the sake of this, just kind of fill in the blanks for yourself. If you are comfortable with me placing my hands on your belly, 2 to 3 fingers beneath your belly button, placing my palms there, then that's what we'll do. And if not, then I'll just be hovering outside of that area, okay? Daikome, daikome. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Daikome, daikome, daikome. Chokure, chokure, chokure. If you wanted to do that same breathing into your belly, imagining a bright, glimmering orange light just vibrating in your sacral here, in your belly, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button. Just sending some beautiful, healing, nurturing attention to this area. With each inhale, picturing this glimmering light filling up your belly. And with each exhale, imagining it floating up through your body and out. Then in, filling up your belly with this beautiful glimmering orange light. And then you can rub your hands together if you feel called to it or open to it, and place them on this area. Perhaps one hand on the lower back and one hand on the sacral, on the belly. We'll do that now. So placing one hand on the lower back and the other on the belly, and allowing this energy to just ping pong between my palms. And continue to breathe in a way that feels comfortable and relaxing to you. I want to now connect the sacral with the throat chakra. I love this necklace. So I'm going to be placing one hand on the sacral and one hand hovering outside of the throat here. Very gently. I'm not touching your throat. Just sort of hooking my hand under your chin and allowing this energy to float between my palms, connecting these areas so that you can express your creativity. You have a place to put all of that creative energy, so that you can have open communication in your relationships, beautiful sense of openness and personal expression in your romantic life, in your intimate relationships, so that you can express your sexuality in healthy ways, so that you can communicate your emotional life with freedom and comfort and support here. Your feelings aren't anything to be ashamed of, my dear. Communicating what you're experiencing is a beautiful part of being alive, being a human. very hard. None of this is easy. And I know there are so many ways that we can heal. Obviously, like with everything, it's important to take care of ourselves, take care of our physical health, our mental health. See a doctor if you are feeling pain or discomfort in this area. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and our mental health. Therapy, counseling, all of these things are so important. Let's take care of yourself. Reiki, I think, is a beautiful complement to all that other work that you're doing. Spirituality and, watching ASMR videos and inviting in peace and patience and calm into your life. These are all beautiful complements to the work that you're already doing. Into seeking professional medical help. Just wanted to say that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So one thing that I invite you to do if you're open to it today or maybe sometime soon is just take some time to engage in some healthy sensuality, whether that's wearing a very cozy, comfortable, fuzzy sweater that just makes you so happy and feel like you're being hugged by a gentle, kind bear. Listening to some sounds that make you feel relaxed. Taking time to really savor the moment, indulge in the present moment. Being kind to ourselves, giving ourselves the treat of presence. When we eat next, really savoring it, really enjoying it. Really taking time maybe and dedicating that time. I know we all have hectic and crazy lives and not all of us have the privilege of, enjoying this on our own and taking that time and all of that. But maybe just for as long as you can, a few bites, a few little morsels or mouthfuls of something that you can really just savor. Taking some time, if you're able to, if you have a partner, or even by yourself, to just sort of explore. You could start with exploring each other's hands. I know this sounds a little cheesy, but especially if you're feeling a little disconnected from your partner, a little hand massage can be so nice and romantic. Doing something where you're really appreciating that individual, really appreciating what makes them unique, what makes them them. This collection of cells. And they're there and they're choosing to be with you. Or if you're, on your own and you're maybe self-isolating, or you just are on your own, maybe even giving yourself a little hand massage, maybe a little face massage. Just wherever you can, inviting some nurturing energy in for yourself, for your loved ones, for your furry friends. A little paw massage for your little kitten or pup. It's so cute. I want to go give Georgie a paw massage. Okay. A little back scratch. Belly rub. Or a little chest scratch or ear scratch. Okay. I'm going to light a little bit of Palo Santo and we're going to clear here, alright? I showed this in my previous video, but this is a little box that I'm keeping my tarot cards in. This is the World Tarot card, the Rider-Waite deck, and I keep a little Palo Santo, and I usually keep my matches in here. I just love this little wooden box. I'm a real sucker for little boxes, wooden boxes. Great sounds too. Maybe while you're having your sacral day or your sacral times, 5 minutes or whatever, you could just take an object and play around with the sounds. I don't know, or if you're just here to hang out for the ASMR, you don't have to do anything. Just whatever you want to do. Okay, here we go. Back to our matches. I've had a few of you ask me if I'm going to do just the primary chakras, the 7 primary chakras, or if I'm going to continue on, and I definitely have plans to cover all of the chakras eventually. Yeah, there are just so many requests for other Reiki session dedicated videos, so it'll probably be, a slow kind of release over the next little while, just so you know. I'm gonna put this down. Very often just juggling things in front of the screen so you can see them is a funny little practice. So this is the first time lighting this Palo Santo, which is fun. So one thing I want to invite in here is kindness. I just really want to invite some kindness in for yourself, no matter what you're going through. There's just so many things I want to say on this subject. I feel like I've only, really scratched the surface, but I suppose if there's anything I want to leave you with, it's just you are so worthy and deserving of love. You are so worthy and deserving of care. So worthy and deserving of kindness. So, I give you permission here and now to bestow that kindness upon yourself. Okay? All right. You are creative. You are emotionally available. You are comfortable in your sexuality, comfortable in your sensuality. You are passionate. You are nurturing. Okay. Just some affirmations there for you. Let's fluff up your aura here, okay? And as always, I'm so incredibly grateful to each and every one of you for being here, for sharing any little part of your day or night with us here. I hope you have a beautiful remainder of your day or night. And I will see you again very, very soon. I mentioned this in my previous video, but my amazing cousin Casey has created this track that you're listening to very kindly. He is incredibly talented and I just love him to bits. Such an amazing person, such an incredible guy, just a really beautiful soul and so crazy talented. So I'll leave I think he started a new YouTube channel. I asked if I could share it and he said I could. So please go over and show him some love. He's a brilliant musician and again, a wonderful and very inspiring person. So, all right. So I'm sending you all so much love and support. And I will see you again very soon. Our next chakra is the root chakra. So that'll be at some point in the future. All right. See you again soon. And until next time, be well.